As the maximum brain development takes place in the first 3 years of life, so the early years of a child's life are very important. When a baby is born, they possess a finite number of brain cells or neurons which remain constant throughout their lives. So then, in that case, how does the brain development take place in children? Well, it happens due to the development of something called synapses. In simple words, these can be compared to small roads or wires through which neurons communicate with each other. Technically, there is possibility of infinite such synapses developing during one's lifetime, depending upon how much we stimulate our brains. In the newborn brain, almost 2 to 3 million such synapses are being laid out every second. If these synapses are left unused, they go into disuse and die. However, by repetitive and consistent stimulation of the brain, started as early as the newborn period, these roots or synapses become permanent and will always be there for new and old information to flow along them. In other words, providing the right stimulation at early stages of life can set the ground for an intelligent child. Now you may ask, well, that must be tough, and I would need expensive equipment for that. No, not at all. As you will see in this video, where I will guide you on simple, inexpensive, home-based maneuvers to keep your young baby stimulated. Now before we talk about how we can provide this stimulation, some facts and precautions that I want to convey to you. All babies have a biological need and desire to learn, and normal healthy babies pick up learning from their environment. Even if we don't take special measures, babies will do things like smiling, laughing, sitting, walking, talking, singing, dancing, etc. But with a little extra effort, the brain circuitry is built up even better so as to help a child achieve their maximum potential. Whatever stimulation we do should be age appropriate, which means you cannot start stimulating a newborn with a 100-piece jigsaw puzzle like it's a waste trying to stimulate a 3-year-old with a rattle. We should focus on quality of interaction. Even a small amount of well-spent time with the baby is fine. At all times, we must ensure a safe environment and avoid usage of unsafe toys with sharp edges and lead paints. The whole concept is a stress-free, fun-filled interaction with the babies. In other words, all this should happen like a play activity with both the parent and the baby having just plain fun. Always respect the baby's need for rest and sleep. If they are not enjoying the interaction, take a break. Ensure variation in the activity every few days to form new circuitry in the brain. From our childhood science lectures, we remember the special sense organs being eyes for sight, ears for hearing, skin for touch and feel, nose for smell, and tongue for taste. Newborn stimulation is all about stimulating these special senses and helping in development of the beautiful circuitry that nature is laying down their brains. In this video, I will focus on stimulating the very young baby, maybe in the first few months of life, as this is the period when many of us have the impression that besides sleeping, pooping and feeding, the babies don't need much more. I'll be only talking about a few maneuvers that will stimulate the baby's brain, but once you go through this video, you will realize how many more innovative ways you can think of to stimulate your baby. Many of these methods stimulate a particular special sense, some may stimulate more than one, and a few may stimulate all at once. So let's go. Visual stimulation. Newborns have a special interest in watching a human face over, say, a picture. They are, however, a bit short-sighted, so they need to be held up at your face level for them to enjoy this. You could change your facial expressions for the baby to be able to see variety. Maybe smile, look worried, surprised, or stick out your tongue, and so many other things. You could move a toy, picture, or your face slowly from left to right or right to left in front of the baby. You could even hold a mirror in front of the baby's face and let them watch themselves. Babies can appreciate bold patterns with sharp contrasts rather than have only plain pastel colors around them. Similarly, they are more responsive to checkered patterns. You could have bed sheets or curtains in the room entailing these features to create interest in the baby's brain. Hanging of toy mobiles or simply bright colored ribbons atop the baby's crib is a useful way for the baby to spend their waking hours with, rather than staring at a boring plain ceiling. You can stimulate the hearing sense in your newborn by talking to your newborn as soon and as much as possible. Living in the uterine environment, they already have fallen in love with your voice. They have found it soothing and they enjoy it later too. If you don't understand what to talk, talk about your routine activity, what you're going to wear, what you're going to cook, etc. Just your voice is music to their ears. You could have baby conversations holding the baby in front of you with changing facial expressions and head movements. During this time, you could also make a variety of different sounds. Playing soft, low volume music is also enjoyable. So is singing to them. Bring variation in the tunes that you sing to them. Propping them up against your lap and reading stories or poems, making situational sounds as the story progresses, can stimulate even at this age, as it combines so many sensations like vision, hearing, and touch. Take them out for a walk in a pram, where they can hear sounds like birds chirping, leaves rustling, sounds of footsteps, etc. All these provide new experiences. The sense of touch and feel can be enhanced through a number of ways. Baby massage. Gentle massage on the legs and arms with or without oil. Touching the baby with different textures over every few days like a soft feather, a cotton cloth, a silk cloth, etc. Touching the baby on different parts of the body with a powder puff. Similarly, you may give different surfaces for the baby to lie down. You could also crinkle different textured paper like newspaper or butter paper or aluminium foil and keep it in the baby's hand for a while for them to experience. You could give them awareness of their joints and body parts by gently moving them. Say you may move their ankle, or you may tickle their toes, or wiggle their thumbs, or touch the tip of their nose or ears, etc. Keep wearing this awareness every day. Try avoiding laying down the baby in the same position and keep changing sides and their position. They are dependent on you for this during the first 3 to 4 months of their life. Babies in the first few days of life like being rocked as they are still used to their intrauterine bouncing. Do that gentle rocking and don't worry, it is not habit forming. A baby is born with a well-developed taste and smell. Within a few days only, they will show preference for their mother's milk over top milk when both are offered alongside. Similarly, it has also been seen that in their mother's lap, the baby turns their mouth towards the mother's breast even when she is fully clothed. They may even turn their face away from a bad smell. They may suck and lick vigorously at a sugar-coated finger and conversely turn their mouth away from a salt-coated one. During the newborn period, however, you cannot experiment much with these two senses as the baby has to be milk-fed only. But when the baby grows and reaches weaning age, we recommend introducing a variety of foods of different textures for the baby to experience. Stimulation of these senses naturally happen as the baby grows and experiences a variety of foods, textures, and smells in the home. The various ideas mentioned earlier can be combined with each other so as to give a multi-sensory stimulation, like reading aloud from a colorful book while holding the baby, singing and talking to the baby while holding and walking them, or gently rubbing your hand along their back in your lap and singing to them. You could establish skin-to-skin contact with the baby, which could be especially done after giving the baby a bath. Besides keeping the baby warm, it stimulates all the special senses in the baby. Thank you and a very happy parenting to all of you great parents. If you find value in my videos and learn something useful from them, then please like and share it and subscribe to my channel for more like these. See you all in my next video.